I saw you literally crashed. That's why I stopped.
Dude,
Voice notes from the come up.
As you know, we're trying to shoot 4 podcasts before we actually release a full one.
yeah.
So that we have a month of leeway, which is very important because if you're starting content of any kind, it's like obviously having that runway is so important. You understand that because of your YouTube channel.
yeah. I completely understand. It's something I haven't been able to do, honestly. I think it's just the amount of work it takes to make one video. It's like when you're done with it, you're like, whew. And it's so hard to then like start working on another project, given everything. But completely makes sense. I've been wanting to do something like that. Like I kind of do it with shorts actually. So with my shorts, I'll usually make 8 or 9 shorts and then line those up for like on like a 2-week period. So that's been working, but not on the long form. The long form is more like I record, drop the video, then kind of start working on the next video. But there's always like maybe like a week where I don't look at it because then, you know, I'm looking at other stuff. But yeah.
Makes sense, bro. I mean, Trails with Tawanda. Join me as I take you around the world, sharing the best mountain biking trails available. That was the bio on your YouTube. Why did you start it?
Yeah, man. I was thinking about this the other day. And you know, I started mountain biking back in 2021. Just got a bike with one of my mates, and we started going out there and riding some trails. And every time I came back home, I was almost like overwhelmed with this feeling of like gratitude and like feeling like I'd felt something out there, you know? And every time I came back and told my wife, and you know, it just felt like I wanted to share that with more people. So obviously I started telling people about it, trying to get people into it. But because of how I guess YouTube is like the happy medium where you get to spread the word, but you also get to, I guess, have what's the word? A documentary of your life.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like all this fun you've been having, you look back at it 5-10 years and sheesh, you're like, wow, okay, I was a madman, you know. So
Dude, it's so true. I've been watching some of the music videos that we shot like 4-5 years ago.
yeah.
Bro, and it's just, it doesn't even matter to me now. Like, oh, how many views did it get? This, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It is literally like, I'm watching it and just thinking, dude, we did that. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, which I think is really cool because when you're in it, there's always the thing of like the pressure of it has to be good and we're putting it out and then, oh no, it flopped. It only got 200 views and we put in all this work, whatever, right?
The view struggle, man. It's real, bro. Yeah.
So why did you start it with in and amongst the fact that you have a full-time job?
Yeah.
You're now a father.
Yeah.
And you're also running a YouTube channel that's starting to pick up traction. And you're doing it in a way that's consistent, which is so cool. And I think so many people can learn from you in terms of, because those are some of the biggest excuses.
Yeah.
I have a full-time job. I'm a dad. I don't have time. So how the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah, man. I think it comes down to passion.
Yeah. So true. It's something you love. The biking thing it's something you were doing. You didn't say, I need to film something, so let me start biking and filming it. You were like, I do this every weekend.
Yes.
Let me just film it as well.
Let me just film it, exactly. So I think that's a good point. It was already happening. It was just an addition. But obviously, a recording brings a whole world of other things like the post-production, right? The editing that obviously I didn't have before. But I think if you're passionate about it, which comes back to passion, you find the time, right? Because you got to think about it. You got one life, and there's these dreams you have, things you want to see happen in the world. Are you gonna forget about that and say I don't have time, or you're gonna look at your day and be like, I'll trade, I don't know, scrolling Instagram for editing this video because you know what, I really care about it.
Sure.
So it's about sacrifice. There's always gonna be something you could do. Honestly, you could just chill. Like we all need to chill. But you could also then just instead of chilling for 4 hours, chill for 2 hours and work for 2 hours. You'd be surprised what you actually for most people. People like me, I just need to work 2 hours a day. Like if I work 2 hours a day and I actually was working, I usually accomplish what I need to accomplish. So it's there's a lot that comes into it, but I think it comes down to that. You got to sacrifice to find the time. Yeah.
Crazy, because that brings us to the book that's at the bottom of this pile.
Yeah.
And you gave me this book. You brought me this book.
Yeah.
And I've just started reading it, and it's so awesome because
Yeah.
it's like everything we've always talked about, and
Yeah.
in many ways, it's how I've always felt and been trying to design my life. But
Yeah.
I definitely needed that reminder, like the past, especially in terms of like the overworking thing,
Yeah.
working for work's sake, working to feel good enough to feel productive.
Yeah.
When it's like, bro, if you just spent what you just said, if you just spent 2 hours of actual focused work on the tasks that needed to be done, that's all that actually needed to be done for that business that day.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing you say that, man. And
Yeah.
what was the best thing you learned from this book? Just hold on, sorry. Out! My dogs are scratching on the door. I love you guys, but out! My question was, what was your favorite part of that book?
Oof, yeah, man, that's actually a loaded question. You know, when you read a book and then you realize you don't remember anything. But it actually did, because I read it at the beginning of the year. So it helped me set one of my goals for this year, which is to 4x my productivity and double and work half the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So something like that. So it's more like double my earnings, but work half the time. And that idea comes from this book, right? Which is if you can optimize. I mean, he's got so many strategies. I think that's what comes to mind. I like that book because it's practical, right? It's like, go do this. Like, go talk to people in the mall so you get over your fears. You know?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I even after like the first chapter, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to do actual work. Like there's a worksheet, things to write down. I'm not going to be able to just read and not do any work this time. Oh.
Yeah. So I did do some of it here and there. Of course, I didn't do everything. But I think, that's probably the biggest idea I walked away with is like, instead of working 8 hours, can you work 4 hours but do more than you do in 8 hours? It's that idea of challenging norms. And then it's like also, can I work 4 hours less and actually earn more?
It's about being honest with yourself as well, because we often say we worked for 8 hours, but for 4 of those hours, we were changing our profile picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
you're checking the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah, like, oh man, am I rich yet? Can I stop doing this now? So actually, that's funny, bro. Do you like your job?
I love my job. Yeah, I actually do like it because I'm my day job is doing product design, so designing dashboards and apps and like digital interfaces. So it's a good, because I'm a problem solver at heart. So it's a lot of problem solving, kind of trying to get people to do something ultimately. Like you're trying to get people to come to your app and do this thing you believe is good for them. And in most cases it is, but they have to find a way to make it part of their schedule, right? Yeah, so it's there's a lot of challenge in it. So I do love my job. That's the short answer. Yeah,
Awesome,
and I think
brother.
I work for a pretty dope company. So I think that makes it, that definitely sweetens it up quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let me just move the dogs because they're not going to stop scratching.
Yeah. They're like, you want to be part of the pod?
Yo. So yeah, we were just saying, do you like your job? And you were saying yes. And there's this thing I've been thinking about,
Yeah.
which is people don't know just how many skills they have. Over the years, you do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Most of them fail. What you don't realize is that you've learned very, very valuable skills.
Yeah.
And when you start the next thing, those skills come into play.
Yeah.
So it's like you start a YouTube. Your day job is a designer.
Yeah.
That's a massive advantage that most of the time we don't even see. Like a lot of people might be someone like you who would want to start a YouTube, but they're thinking, I don't have any skills. I don't have the right skills, this, that. And it's like, you have no idea. And if you don't try and if you don't keep learning, you won't develop more skills.
Yeah. And I think to add to that, there's always a skill you can bring to YouTube, no matter what industry you are in. I'll challenge you. Give me any industry. There's something you can learn, you can bring from that industry into YouTube. And I think I would call them universal skills. So it's not like the technical knowledge about a job, but it's like, hey, are you curious? Are you a curious person? Like, do you see something and actually have the courage to ask and be like, hey, how does that work? Hey, that looks interesting. Tell me more. That's a skill you can learn across different industries and bring to YouTube, right? Because YouTube, what you do today is not what's gonna, what got you to 100 subscribers is not what's gonna get you to 10,000 subscribers, for example.
True.
So curiosity, you have to start it, and you can't be stuck in your ways, right? Yeah. So that's an example of a skill you can bring: curiosity, productivity. So like we were just talking about time optimization. If you're not great at time management, you're not gonna have a YouTube channel because you don't have time to edit. You're just not, right? So that's a skill right there.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're gonna be like, oh, I'm tired. Oh.
And you know what, bro? To add to your point, it's about framing the question in the right way.
Yeah.
Because people will say, I don't have that skill. I can't do that thing. Instead of, how can I do that thing? How can I learn to do that thing? What do I need to learn? What are the skills? And if you go from there, all of a sudden you start to figure these things out. So what you were saying is time management.
Yeah.
So everyone says, I don't have time. Why don't you say, how do I improve my time management skills?
Correct. The time is always there. You just have to be creative about it. I think I was just thinking, an example that comes to mind is with the shorts that I was talking about earlier. Instead of doing a short, posting it, and then having to do short, that would take you more time. Instead of dedicating 1 hour, cutting up 10 shorts, and then knowing you're set for the next 2 weeks. So that's I've done all that content for 2 weeks. I've done it in an hour. So imagine the leverage, right? So if I worked for 4 hours, I could do content for 2 months, basically.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, 4 hours, 2 months worth of content of shorts.
Well, I feel like that's the title. I feel like that is the title of this video for YouTube. Something we were talking about earlier is like how important the packaging
Yeah.
of YouTube videos are. And as we've both been growing, and it's kind of fun because I've started like a YouTube channel around my tennis, kind of inspired by this guy because he did one around his mountain biking. And he's got 401 subscribers now.
Yeah.
I've got 337, and so we're having this fun,
Yeah.
we're having this fun race, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And it'll never end. It's cool. But back to the important point, which is like packaging
Yeah.
is so important on YouTube right now.
It is.
And what have you learned from your videos that have done the best?
Yeah.
What do you think are the key characteristics in the packaging of those?
Yeah. I think 2 or 3 things come to mind.
Mhm.
So the first one is gonna be it's gotta be cool content.
Mm,
Like you gotta record something that's interesting.
mm.
Yeah. Like don't expect people to come watch you sitting on the steps or something.
Yeah.
Unless that's your niche, of course. I'm sure there's a channel out there where someone's just sitting on the stairs and they're smoking or they're scrolling on their phone and people just watch that. But
Mm.
I think, as jokes aside, it's got to be interesting footage, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think what I've seen on my channel that does well is races. And I
Yeah.
think it's because it's novel. A race doesn't happen every weekend, right?
You know why I think it does well?
Yeah.
And it's actually something I thought about when looking at your channel.
Yeah.
Whenever you have a thumbnail holding the medal from one of the races,
Yeah.
it does well. Why? Is because transformation. People want to watch someone that they want to be more like.
Yeah.
And the reason they watch the videos is, or the reason they might buy a product from that person is because they want transformation,
Yeah.
right? So within the information you're giving, they actually want a transformation in their life. So so when they see you standing there holding that medal on the weekend, buddies around, fun vibes, they're like, damn, I want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And,
Yeah.
and I think that's one of the big reasons that those thumbnails have been working
Yeah.
for you.
Thanks. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So I think, kudos. I think you given me a different perspective of how to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then I think, what is the other thing? I was gonna say earlier when you're talking about packaging, I guess it's in a way it's another word for storytelling, right? You gotta
Yeah.
be able to take people on a journey. You can't tell sort of a fragmented story like, oh, I don't know, like you show this clip and then I don't know, you randomly jump to another clip. I'm giving very rudimentary examples,
Yeah.
but there's gotta be like a story, right?
Sure.
Like we said we were gonna go to ride to this park in the example of my channel. We got there, we bought our tickets, we rode, we finished, we had beer. I think you mentioned this the last time we met, which is this idea that you told people what was gonna happen, and then that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's such a simple idea, right? But
Mm.
it's super important. People want predictability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even in that, you're saying like a story. So it's like some of the other videos that have done well for you is where there's like because in any good story, it's like happy, 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 happy. And then, oh, something bad happens to the main character. His girl leaves him.
Yeah.
Da da da, whatever. He messed up. Oh, sad moments. Right?
Yeah.
And then he has that hero arc back.
Yes.
So it's like in your videos, that could be like, oh, there's this massive cow in the road.
Yeah.
The one when you fell.
Yes.
Whatever, right? And I think same for me. But what's been interesting on my channel, what's been doing really well is
Yeah.
like I've figured out what my really target avatar is and
Yeah.
what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. And he wants, like we said, transformation. So,
Yeah.
so he wants to win more tennis matches. But why? It's because he wants more friends. It's because he wants more status.
Yeah.
He wants to be a winner. He wants the girl with the incredible glutes that's playing on that chord. I'm serious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things you need to like dig into of like, because if you know those things about the people watching your videos, because at the same time they are you.
Yeah.
Like I'm speaking from experience. I want to win tennis matches because I want those exact same things.
Yes.
Like, so if you know that as well, then when you make videos, your people will start to feel like, damn, this guy's literally talking to me.
Yeah.
And whenever I get that feeling watching someone's YouTube, it's like, that's someone I'll invest in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Geesh, man, like that is some good insights.
I've been digging deep, my boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, like the beginning of this year, I went into like a monk mode,
Yeah.
to start the channel, and I think you need that sometimes, like
Yeah.
seasons. Please don't stay in monk mode for too long; it makes you weird. But like, you need seasons where you're literally just not drinking, not smoking, not doing anything
Yeah.
of that stuff, and like your only focus is this business and how to make it better and
Yeah.
and that's what has helped me like do quite well in 3 months,
Yeah.
with this channel, right?
Yeah.
But it's also all the previous skills and experiences.
I think that's what the audience, I don't know if they necessarily know that, but you had another YouTube channel
Yeah.
before where you were doing some skits.
Dude,
yeah.
the skits, bro. Oh my word.
I loved watching those, mate. Yeah, so like you're about to say experience, right? Yeah.
And the skits, dude, were really fun. And listen, I'm the guy who has tried almost every kind of content style. I'm not the guy who's like, oh, I posted one video and no one went to listen to my songs. Wow. Like, no, like
Yeah.
I've failed most of the time. But over the years, I've learned so much and it's all finally starting to click. But it's like, I've tried skits, I've tried just singing videos, I've tried.
Yeah.
And different things work for different people.
Yeah.
Some people can just grab their phone and sing, and it does well and great.
Yeah.
Right? You can try that and see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, that's fine. But really try it. Like I'm saying, like 100 of those videos, and then if it doesn't work, okay, figure out a different thing that's gonna work for you. Like it's just part of the process, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think keep circling back, but again, in that case, you could sum it up as, this idea that you have to stay curious about what you're doing. Like if you're doing something and it's not working, well, try something else, right? Which is like how you move from place to place. Yes, push, learn, but even the trying something else could be within the same idea, right? Like instead of doing your intro this way, you're gonna try to do it this way, right? Because you're like, oh, okay, I'm not getting the engagement that I wish or that I think I should be getting, right? So you gotta constantly evolve. I guess that's the other word. Yeah, there's a saying, right? If you're not moving or you're not changing, you're dying, something like to that nature. The audience probably knows this. So yeah, you guys leave it in the comments.
Please.
Yeah.
You see, that right there is somebody who does YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, because you guys wouldn't have even realized, but that's a little drop of like a CTA, a call to action, which is like, oh yeah, just drop a comment, haha. And that boosts engagement on your algorithm. Like these things are small, tiny things that are important to your point, like you were saying, when you stay curious.
Yeah.
And to that point, when last did you try something new?
Oh. So I did try something new with the last video, luckily. So what was interesting about that was we went to call it like an enduro park. So it's just like a bunch of different trails that are like rocky, and so usually I would like tell the story from like A to Z.
Okay.
That's usually like chronological, like, oh, we rode this trail, then this trail. But with that one, I actually changed it up a bit and was like, what was the most fun trail or like stage? I think they call them stages. So what was the most fun stage? And actually worked like that in the footage. So you see, like, according to me, of course, but not the audience might feel differently. Yeah, the audience might feel differently, but according to what I thought was fun, that's how I tried to line up the content. So that was kind of different. Instead of kind of thinking of it from like, oh, this is kind of how the day went.
Right.
Taking the best parts of the day and then stacking them up at the beginning of the video.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, dude. I think that is cool. But also, when last did you try something new in life?
Oh, okay. You keep bringing on the punchlines. When did I try something new in life? Oh, I'm going blank, mate.
No worries, dude. It's crazy and I'm asking you because I asked the last guest.
Yeah.
And he couldn't think of anything either.
Yeah.
Because as we're getting older, it's like we've tried most things we wanted to try.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking you is because you kept bringing up this thing about being curious.
Yeah.
And the best way to stay curious is to keep trying new things.
Yeah.
It's tough. I'm not perfect with this. I like what I like, especially like with food.
Yeah.
I'm that guy who's like, no, I don't like that thing, and I've never actually tried it.
Like, how do you know?
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I can smell it, and I can smell. My brain is like, don't eat that. So to anyone who's like, oh, but you haven't, fuck you, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good reminder, right? Because I think sometimes we also, I feel like within the business world, there's a lot of trying of new things like on YouTube. But like you said, outside of that, like in just general life, when did you, I don't know, instead of having breakfast, skip breakfast for a week. I mean, that's a bit of an extreme example, but it's an example of trying something new, right? Like you're like, here's something that's part of my life. Or coffee. I think for me, the challenge would be coffee, to like go like a month without drinking coffee. That would be like, but again, this is the thing about the question, right? It's loaded because you could say I'm trying new things by reinventing the things I already do, or just completely try something unrelated. Like
matcha.
Yes.
Have you heard of this matcha thing?
No, I haven't.
So it's all over the internet. I don't know. It's all over my feed. Like everybody drinks matcha now, whatever that is. Like it's some sort of alternative to coffee. I haven't tried it, so maybe that's something new we can try.
Yeah.
But like, apparently it gives you long-lasting energy, just like caffeine or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the new.
It's the new thing on the block.
Yeah.
It's what it's vegan.
Yeah, exactly. So man, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to segue into because we're talking about being curious and it's getting harder as we're getting older. You, sir, are a father now.
Yes.
What's it like watching your little one go through life with that curiosity of everything is new?
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's busy because, like you said, everything is new, right? Like sitting on the couch, a cup, like a knife.
It's like they're on a constant mushroom trip.
Yeah, exactly. Your keys, the stairs, like they want to climb on everything. They can't sit still, basically.
Yeah.
So, but I think, the experience humbles you in a way because you realize, like, here's this person that didn't exist. Like they were not here. Now, like,
yeah, dude, all of it. I watched it. It grew inside this other human.
Yes, like it wasn't there.
What?
Now it's here. Now, I don't like to refer to it as it, but let me say my daughter.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, she's here now, and she's gonna be part of my life forever now. And
Mm.
you at that point where they are now, you kind of have to take care of everything for them.
How old is she?
She's 1 year 2 months now.
Yo, crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why it feels like it's been so much longer.
I think that's just the illusion of time, mate. Like
Yeah.
once it's gone, right? It almost like it stacks up and it disappears into the ether. But yeah, man, it's got its challenges. Let's not hide away from that. So it have to be something you're ready for. If you're not ready for it, you have to be good with sacrifices because you're gonna need to make some. But yeah, I think if you want it, you should do it. Like it's a beautiful experience. It is what it is. And yeah, I mean, obviously responsibility. You're bringing someone into the world. You got to take care of them. But yeah, I think it almost drives you as well. Like when you wake up in the morning, let's say you didn't sleep well, maybe because she was awake. But then when she wakes up in the morning and you see her and she's smiling, it's kind of like you forget about everything else, and you're like, it's we start again, you go again. So it keeps it's like a quick mood. She's a quick mood fixer. Like if I just go see my daughter, I'll be fine. Like if I was stressed out about something, chill with her, she will laugh, she'll be dragging me, like walk me out, let's go to the park. That's it, man. Like you're already out of whatever frame of mind you were in. So that has been really I've welcomed that. It's been awesome. Yeah.
What was her first word?
Okay, what was the first word? So I'll tell you what she's saying a lot right now.
Okay.
Which is thank you.
Oh, cute, man.
Yeah, so I think we always used to say thank you to her a lot, like when she does something or when she's got something she's not supposed to have. So we used to say thank you as a way to say, please give that to us. So I think now she's caught on.
Yeah, okay.
So she's saying thank you a lot. But yeah, I think probably the first word is like bye-bye. That's the thing she started saying clearly. So bye-bye is pretty good because she started waving before she could say the words. Yeah. So,
interesting.
Yeah. But now she's going through this phase where she's singing now. So all the lullabies she hears on Miss Rachel and Coco Melon, of course.
Now we might have an artist on our hands.
Yeah, dude. Like she's so good, bro. Like it's crazy.
That's
crazy.
So awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool, dude. Like again, and it's only been a year, but I think the even funner times are coming. Like for me, obviously I don't have my own kids, but with my nieces and stuff, as they get a bit older and they're talking more and stuff, it gets really fun because then they're like actual humans and you can do stuff with them.
Yes.
They're not just like cry feed.
Yes. Exactly. Like their personality as well, right? Starts to come up. You're like, oh wow, that kind of reminds me of this person in the family.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And
I did have a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you've got some mantras in the back here.
Yeah, some writing on the wall.
One that sticks out to me is you don't have to think in words. What does that mean? What inspired that?
Yo. So yeah, I have some mantras on the wall here, written. And what's the one you wanted?
Oh yeah, so it was the one on the top. You don't have to think in words. Yeah.
You don't have to think in words. And the other day I was going through emotions, feeling a lot.
Yeah.
Burning some things, letting go of some things, and getting caught into the cycle of trying to explain it to myself in words and trying to process the emotions with words.
Yeah.
And then I realized we can think faster than words. Like when you're thinking to yourself, we invented language because it's the easiest way for us to communicate.
Yeah.
But actually, you can think in words, in movies, in emotions, in pictures.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be words. And when I did that, I found a much more freedom because I was getting emotions.
Yeah.
And then if you think in words, you'll start thinking, oh, I feel this way. Oh man, I miss that person, or that thing happened, or this or that.
Yeah.
Instead of just that emotion comes and you make no word language sense of it. You just feel the emotion.
Yeah.
And you go through the process through almost like videos and pictures or whatever's happening in your mind, but it's not words. And you can think way faster. Like you don't have to explain stuff to yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I hear you.
And I get caught doing that. Like, so.
Oh yeah, like I'm feeling this because of this. Like you're trying to. I guess it's part of the human brain. Like part of human nature. We want to explain. We want explanations for
That's
things.
it. Yeah.
But I think what you're saying is sometimes you just feel the emotion and kind of let it run through you. And yeah.
And like, if I'm thinking about, if I'm trying to plan something or this, that, still, it's like, you don't have to think in words. You're just seeing the thing play out in your mind.
Yeah.
Rather than, again, trying to explain it in this human, slow way.
Yeah.
It's slow, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we communicate in a very slow way. And I think that's one of the things Elon Musk wants to fix with like Neuralink and stuff like that. Like, we'll almost be able to talk telepathically without words. Because words are slow.
Yes.
Like if I could just transfer to you like the movie that's in my mind, and then you're there watching it with me. And, do you know what I mean?
Just Wi-Fi. AirDrop, Just stream it through.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up,
we would
bro.
have this conversation in like a second. We're just like
Exactly. Which is like, I wonder where humanity goes once we figure that out, actually, because language is just a bunch of sounds.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing, right? With having a kid, you literally see it because she starts by just making sounds and then those sounds turn into words, which is what language is.
Yeah.
It's literally just random sounds, but now we say them in a certain rhythm, stop at certain points, and then it makes sense, right? Like we're saying something.
Yeah, and then the other person sort of understands what you're saying, but also not really.
Yeah.
Because of how complex the whole thing actually is.
Yeah.
And how many things are behind what you're saying with the words you're using.
Yeah.
So, back to your kid.
Yeah.
And just your family life.
Yeah.
When you were a kid,
yeah,
what did you want to be?
So I remember this vividly.
Okay.
I wanted to be a pilot.
Cool, dude. Why?
Yeah. I think I was always fascinated with planes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I grew up like watching on DSTV, your air crash investigation and all that. Those documentaries, and there was just something cool about like these pilots and like how everything was so sophisticated and but again, I guess what was always interesting with those programs was to see these super complex systems with redundancies fail, or sometimes because of a simple human error. Like it's because this guy had maybe he was expecting a raise, but he didn't get it at work. So then he went to fly a plane in like this weird mood. And then that caused him to miss this detail, which also led to the other co-pilot missing that detail because, I don't know, they were dealing with something that wasn't working well in the cockpit. Mm-hmm. So it's like a chain reaction. Actually, you know what it reminds me of? Mm-hmm. Price Wars.
Oh
The
man.
book you gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They talk about chain reactions.
Dude, that's a good book. I
Yeah.
forgot about it.
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Price Wars. Yeah, it was basically, this thing of how one small thing
Mm.
in one part of the world can cause major destruction in another part of the world.
Yeah, I think most people know it as like butterfly effect.
Yeah.
But this book specifically was about, the financial markets
Yeah.
and how that really also governs everything and all the wars and da da da. And I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, but maybe when we have a bigger following, we can talk about these things.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We talk about whatever the fuck we want. So,
Unfiltered.
dude, so then what happened? Like you wanted to become a pilot.
Yeah.
What age was that? And then what happened?
Yeah, so I did want to become a pilot. We looked into it, but I think just because of how niche being a pilot is,
Yeah.
going to pilot school was pretty expensive.
I think
Well,
it's crazy expensive,
yeah,
right?
it is
It's
crazy
like
expensive.
it's like wild,
It's like wild.
especially for what they then go on to earn.
Yes, exactly. And I think obviously I was young, so I think I had all the time in the world. I think it was that thing. I remember I even looked into it. We did the research and all that.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just beyond the family's means at that time.
Sure.
So yeah, then I guess the fallback was like engineering and whatever. So I applied for that, didn't get that, didn't get into that, then ended up getting into like a Bachelor of Science, where then I picked up computer science, and then kind of what's led me to the job I do today. Yeah, but yeah, man, I wanted to be a pilot. Sometimes I think about it, man. I'm like, if things go well, I might just send myself to pilot school, man. Like,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's the cool thing now is like, there's so many ways to achieve your dreams. And a lot of times there's a way that's better than you even realized.
yeah,
So like, for example, I'm starting a tennis business on YouTube. Okay. And I'm getting to the point where the other day I had this realization of, oh my word, I am going to be making an income from the sport I love, which is actually a childhood dream of mine. But when I was a child, I saw it as I have to like go pro and I have to da 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 and whatever and all these things and it has to be this way. But if it had gone that way, like the top 200 in the world make a decent living.
yeah,
Anybody outside that doesn't make money from tennis on the pro tour.
yeah.
I don't know if you got that, but there's 200
100
people
in the entire world.
that make money on the professional tennis tour. So, and then I'm realizing like, wow, I am actually helping like more amateur players win more matches with their fitness, stuff like this, stuff that I love to do. It actually, someone told me the other day how much I helped him, and that's always such a great feeling. But on top of that, it's like I'm just making videos, pushing them out there, helping people, making money from it. And I can just like, I can do that from anywhere in the world. I can travel around, can play tournaments. I can just have fun with my sport and make money from it and not have this like, it has to be my whole life.
Yeah.
And then also like, if you're not even in the top 200, you're not even making money. And even some of those guys are pretty broke because of all their expenses. It's
yeah. And I think that's what it reminded me of how the internet kind of changed everything, right?
Yeah.
Because you put it, you put it as bluntly as possible. It's like you there was this one way of doing this thing, but now there's multiple ways. It's just as you have to stay curious.
Yeah. and the way these ways are actually cooler. It's better for your lifestyle. It's actually an easier, nicer way to do it.
Exactly. It's more scalable, because that's the thing also with pro tennis, right? Like you can't play tennis your whole life, but you could potentially do YouTube pretty much your entire life, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, all the advantages of you still get to play the sport, but it's actually nice when you know you're not playing it to pay bills. you're actually playing it to have fun, but then part of whatever the content you record while playing then pays your bills, for example,
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's I guess coming back to what we're talking about, I think it's possible. I think I can still do it. I can probably still become a pilot. I just need to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I think you can do it in just a cooler way of like you just send yourself to pilot school so that you have it and you can fly planes whenever you want.
Yeah.
You are not the guy who's fucking at the airport at 4 a.m. checking if the plane's okay. We got to take like 100 or whatever it is people across the world for a 13-hour flight, and then we land there, and then you've been doing that for years and years, and you realize you don't see your family, and life's hard and it sucks, and you're not earning that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jeez, bro. And the way you put it, that's actually, it's that, right? Like these guys are carrying 300-400 people on
That's a big responsibility.
on 15-hour flights, bro. Like you're gonna be away from Earth for 15 hours.
Yeah, and then you land somewhere, you stay in some hotel.
Yes.
Okay, you get to fuck what are those girls? You get to fuck a flight attendant. Ooh, well done, bro. And then, but like, how long does that feel good for?
Yeah. It's not sustainable.
Yeah. Until, imagine doing that for 5 years, and you realize you can't have a steady relationship, for example, because you're never in one place, or it's. And so I think it's important for people to understand, like, we have these dreams and we can try, and we should go for them.
Yeah.
Don't be so harsh.
Yeah.
On how it needs to materialize.
Yeah.
And
I think it just touches on how quickly the world is changing, and that you gotta again, lack of a better word, stay curious. But I'm gonna add on to that and say you gotta connect with people to know what's happening out there. You gotta be, you can't be like in your own little silo working. You gotta come be on a podcast, and chat about some cool ideas, because that's how we learn. And I had a question off the back of that for you, which is AI. It's kind of like a buzzword at this point. Everyone is using it. What are your thoughts on AI, and how are you using it, if you're using it?
Yeah, AI, artificial intelligence, the dawn of the robot.
Yeah. That would be a legit
awesome.
movie. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love ChatGPT. I pay for it because it's worth it. I feel like I have 3 employees.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Besides for that, I use AI to help me with my music production now.
Yeah.
I use it to help me with my video production. I use it in every possible way I can, because I'm a solo entrepreneur who needs all the help that he can get.
Yes.
And anybody who is like, it's so cool. It's getting easier to do things, which means competition's getting harder, whatever. But like, just push the negative thing aside and be like, bro, let me use this thing to my advantage, because the competitors are. Yes.
And that's the thing, right? There's a lot of I was seeing another podcast the other day, and they were like, oh, the one guy was arguing that it's not good. What if it steals people's creativity, or like they use it to make autonomous army robots and all that doomsday stuff. And it's like, sure, like it's valid, but it's AI, as much as powerful as it is, it's just like any other new technology in the world. It's like internet. Like, think about it. If 10 years ago you were like, or 20 years ago when the internet came out or became popular, you were like, no, I'm not gonna use this thing.
It went down. You can hate these things, you can deny them, but they get stronger and stronger as well. Like, I feel AI is even more stronger than the internet was.
Yes.
I don't know, but I think so. So imagine how big it was if you ignored the internet. How big is it going to be if you ignore AI?
Yeah, because the leverage is just getting more and more, right? Internet allowed us to connect with an entire audience, right? In the world, but you still had to, I guess, have humans helping you create the content, like either it's you
Yep.
or some other people.
Yep.
Now think about it, you could have millions of humans basically helping you do what you need to do. That's what AI is. It's
Yeah.
like unlimited computer power.
Yeah.
It's going to beat human all the time,
Of course.
especially in certain tasks. Of course, right now it can't unblock a drain. It can't technically drive a car to the degree we need it to, but it will.
But and it's getting there quickly.
Yeah, exactly. It
I
will.
mean, you see that Tesla robot crack open an egg.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure pretty soon it can unblock a drain.
Yeah.
Like cracking an egg is a very, very, very intricate task.
Thing, yes.
And for a robot with metal hands to do that is quite a feat.
Yeah. But again, I will add, the world changes very slowly. So as much as I think the revolution will happen very quickly, very quickly on like the digital realm, but there's things that will, especially here in South Africa, right?
Bro, there's people who still don't know what ChatGPT is.
Exactly.
Which to us is crazy because we're in like all this stuff, the internet, whatever. But there's literally people who don't know what a large language model is.
Yeah. I could argue there might be someone out there who doesn't know YouTube. I don't know. Do you think so?
Maybe in one of these fucking tribes where you go there and they shoot you with a fucking bow and arrow. Like,
yeah. But yeah, YouTube is pretty popular. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. So I think it's gonna happen over time, like across the country or across all industries. But there's industries where it's gonna be like that, and it's one of the industries we are lucky to be in, where it's like if you do anything if you work on a computer, AI is probably going to change how we work in the next 5 years. But obviously, if you work in a more like I don't know, if you, a more physical job, then it will get there, but it will obviously take longer because there's more technology. They need to learn the industry, what, more investment. But
yeah,
AI is basically a computer. So if you work on a computer, your computer, Apple can drop an update tomorrow and it completely changes how you work. So for us, it's going to be quick. But yeah. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, and that's always the thing.
Here.
It's here. Winter is coming. Reminds me of. Yeah. But I think, well, what I always hear, when other people or guests are asked on podcasts, like, what's the one thing, someone should start doing about AI? And I should probably let you ask me that question.
Yeah. Answer it. Go for it.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the first thing that people should?
It's like just learn about it, right? Download ChatGPT. I think it's available on Android and Apple now. So just download it.
It's a free version.
And it's basically like a Google, and to start typing things and asking it questions. And that's it, right? Start there, right?
Bro, it's so much more important than people realize. There's lots of people who still can't use Google well.
Yeah.
Like my parents, for example, like, let me give you an example. There was a time where my mom needed to find out something.
Yeah.
She was trying to Google it. She couldn't. I put in one Google. The very first thing was the right thing we needed. And she was like, how did you do that? I was trying to search. I was trying to find this thing. Da, da, da. And to us, it seems very obvious because we grew up with this stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't use these things, you don't build the skill. Like writing prompts to an AI is a skill.
Yeah.
Getting information from Google is a skill more than you realize.
Yeah.
So
I like how you're saying that. I mean, there is now even a job role, prompt engineer, right? So you can become a prompt engineer, right? Look that up, see how you can get into it. That's going to be a job it's already a job, but it's going to become more and more of a job in the next couple of years, right? So there you go. Like it's a literal skill, right? Like, because depending on how good your prompt is, your results could be mediocre to superhuman, Yeah.
How are you building wealth, brother?
You hit me right at the head. So one of the ways I'm trying to do it right now is buying a property. So the place where we're renting, basically the complex owners, they want to sell the complex because right now I guess they've been owning all of the units inside it. So now
How many units are in there?
there's like 45 units.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. And I was just calculating on average the rent because now that they offered us to purchase it, they kind of sent us like a list of the price of each unit and the current rent. And it's like these guys are netting $500,000 a month from rent. $500,000, boys.
Yo, so where we stopped off was you waiting to hear back from the bank
Yes,
about purchasing a property.
correct.
What kind of property is it?
So it's I think they called it a townhouse. So it's like a
Cool.
two bed townhouse. So yeah, we've loved staying there because that's the beauty of it. Is earlier in the year when we were thinking about it, we're just like, oh, let's just go view properties. We're not even thinking we would purchase, and also just to see how much we would qualify for. So just to do the assessments and stuff, so you know what range you should be looking at. All the places we saw, they were nice new developments, but we kept on referring them to our property, that where we stay right now, the place we stay right now, and we're like, it's not, our bedroom is bigger. We've got a better view. We've got this and this and this, and then a few months down the line, the owners of the place we're renting were like, "Oh, do you guys want to buy the place?" And it's like almost like the world is, stars are aligning in a sense, because that's the place we were like, "Oh, we would want a place like this."
Pretty much exactly like this.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. So I'll keep you posted how that goes. So it hasn't gone through yet, but yeah, that's the plan, man.
Proud of you, bro.
Thanks, brother.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big moves. I mean, and it makes sense. Like, you have all these things. You have a woman and a child
Yeah.
to take care of as well.
Yeah.
And that adds, I would imagine, because I don't have it, but that adds a fire under your ass.
Exactly.
And what are the other ways that you are thinking of building
Wealth. Yeah, I think the one me and you luckily have dabbled in a lot is the world of investing.
Yeah.
I think we've been chatting about crypto and stocks and stuff since pretty much I met you. So
Sure.
that I still continue to do. So I do still make sure I allocate some funds towards my investments, because obviously that's a way to hedge against inflation, and if hopefully you even outperform inflation, right? So these assets, these stocks, these companies we invest in are the hope is that they grow bigger, and it means whatever the little part of the company I own will be worth more. So yeah, that's it. And I think that's one of the ways, if you listen to a lot of like finance books or like wealth books, it's like you gotta own part of something to really get the gains in life. Which is why property makes sense, because you own that thing and you can always leverage it. Even if you move on, you can rent it out, you can sell it for a higher price. So
not always, obviously.
yes,
but it is the
of
hope.
course, depends on the market and all that good stuff. But I think that's the hypothesis. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
I get you, bro. I mean, yeah, same for me, but I think lately I've been thinking about building wealth in more of a, what is my lifestyle?
yeah.
Because, like, for me, wealth is waking up on Saturday morning, smoking a joint, shooting a podcast with my mate,
Yeah.
and giving value to people. And the rest of the day, maybe making music, chilling with my mom a bit, going out somewhere with a pretty girl.
Yes.
Like, and the fact that my Sunday looks pretty similar and my Monday looks pretty similar, and my it's like I'm waking up, going to the gym probably, spending some good time there, being social, talking to people, it's fun. Then coming back, working on one of my passion projects that are also my businesses, whether it be podcast or tennis
Yeah.
or music. and just building the brand slowly over time. And I consider it a privilege to be doing all these things.
Yeah.
And it's also, but so I already feel like I'm rich as fuck.
Yes.
And I'm not, but I feel like I am fucking so fucking rich.
Yeah.
Especially like the last month or so, I don't know, because it's really just clicked of like, bro, even if I had millions of dollars in my bank account right now, I'd be doing a very similar thing. I'd be making music, shooting podcasts, playing some tennis, taking a pretty girl out for dinner, seeing my mates, chilling with family. Like, and I think for me, and it's also part of the things I've been learning from 4-Hour Work Week and trying to really also realize like, bro, I'm already living it the way I want, and so try be really grateful for that.
Yeah.
And then build and let it build and understand it's all going to take time.
Yeah.
You know?
100%. I love the angle you brought into it, because I think there's financial wealth, which is, hey, do you have enough money to put a roof over your head and eat food? I think that's a completely different thing to what you're talking about now, which is super important, because it's like some people make a lot of money, but they don't live a wealthy lifestyle or a wealthy life, because they're constantly chasing the next big thing. All these things, they're buying a really expensive car, but they don't actually like driving.
What's part of the worst part of their day is sitting in traffic on the way to work.
Yeah.
How long does that nice BMW feel great for?
Yeah.
It's different for different, like sometimes it feels great for months.
Yeah.
For some people, it feels great forever.
Yeah.
A lot of us is like 1 week and it's like, fuck,
yeah,
I'm stuck in this traffic still.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're down. and I love that, because one of the other books, The Psychology of Money.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah. One of the things they talk about is wealth is money not spent. Right? So once you've got that thing, that material thing, hear me, nothing against material
at all.
Yes, if you can afford it, pay for it, but make sure you want it, right?
Yeah.
Because once you've paid for that thing, you don't have that money. You've got that thing now. So you understand? Like if you had R1 million and you went and spent it on a car or a house, or let's leave a house out of it, because I think it adds a different dynamic. But let's say you spent it on a car. You've got the car now, but you don't have R1 million. So you're not worth R1 million. You know what I'm saying? So wealth is money not spent, which is so important in terms of making sure you spend on things that bring you joy instead of things that impress people. Because you realize, oh, now I've got this car, but I'm still kind of the same person.
Bro, it's so hard to flip the switch and realize that you don't have to spend the money that's in your account.
Yeah.
At least it was for me. Like, you know, a while back, there was a time where it was like, I had a lump sum in my account and I didn't fully know what to do with it. And I was thinking of all these different things. And for the first time, I was like, why don't you just breathe? There's nothing that you need right now. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with just keeping that there for the moment that you need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I eventually spiraled and spent it. Right? Yes. And then like 2 or 3 months later, I needed it for business or whatever.
Yeah.
Something that would make more.
Yes.
But I had spent it. And I enjoyed spending it. I had fun. I went away. I did buy business things. I did all that stuff.
Yes.
But, you know, all I'm trying to say is it is actually hard to not spend money that's in your account.
Yes.
Especially when you're first starting to get it and stuff, because you're so used to check.
Yes.
You're so used to come in, there's things I need buy, or there's debt pay, or there's, you know.
Yeah.
And so...
yeah, it's interesting. And I think there's a nice quote that summarizes what you're explaining there, which is, I think there's a saying, it's not how much you earn, it's how much you keep. it's as simple as that. If you earn 10 million, but you're spending 9,900,900, you're only left with 100,000 or whatever well, it's in a year. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's about how much you keep, which flows nicely into avoiding lifestyle creep and really digging deep on, hey, you know what actually brings me joy? It's going to the park, and most parks are free. You don't need to, find happiness in all these weird places by, I don't know, buying expensive products. Whether that's, I don't know, like a fancy TV, like when what actually brings you more joy is taking your kid on a walk or going for a walk with the dog. Maybe invest in some really nice pair of sneakers, which are going to cost you the 10th of what you're going to spend on that other thing that you didn't actually like. So it's a lifelong skill. Let's put it like that.
It's a lifelong battle.
Yeah, it's a lifelong battle. Yeah.
Because
we're not saying we're good at it. Trust me.
like we're all human, and even in you, when you were saying that, I was like, oh man, but that fancy TV is nice. When you're sitting there at night, and it's funny. Like, I actually don't. I just watch stuff on my computer.
Yeah. Wow, you got a fantastic
screen as well.
Screen,
that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
And that pretty much is a TV. But
yeah,
bro, I think it's always gonna be that kind of thing. And one of the cool things in 4-Hour Workweek as well is when he makes you write down like the 6-month goal.
Yeah.
And seeing like, because it also makes you think, what do I want to spend the money on?
Correct.
And a big mistake we always make is that we just want to make money. We don't even know what we want to spend it on or why.
Exactly. That's why when you do get the money, you spend it on random things, right? Like you saw an ad of, I don't know, a newer
This
air
is a great
fryer.
time to introduce our sponsors. Insert sponsor here. Please sponsor us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to.
Reach out to us, guys. I was gonna say a new air fryer with like, I don't know, like a digital screen, and it can switch itself on and off automatically. You just put the food, it senses. It's like, that's cool. But did you need it? Like your old air fryer works perfectly fine.
Dude, what was the last thing you bought that you realized maybe you didn't actually need?
Ooh, so what is that? Let me think. So what comes to mind right now is it's gonna sound weird, but I bought mics for myself like these portable mics to use on the YouTube, like when I'm to enhance my sound. But for some reason I haven't used them. And I know it's like, it's this, and that's why it's so nice, because it's like it's this business thing, right?
Yeah.
So it can all even creep in with business. You might buy extra equipment. You're like, it's gonna help me record.
I need it.
I need this fancy light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens everywhere. You might justify it personally, business wise. So in my case, I'm like, it makes sense, right? I need mics. I need to improve my sound.
Of course.
But guess what? I haven't used them. Why? Yes, it might be because I'm not spending enough time thinking about improving my sound and stuff. But it's like, think about it. You didn't need it, because if you needed it, you would have used it.
For sure.
Yeah. So things like that.
That's an epic take.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because as you were saying it, I was like, what do you mean that's a great purchase? And then you explained, obviously, like, but I didn't ever use it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
man, like, I think for me, probably like, probably a book I didn't read or something as well. Like along that same topic of like, this is for my knowledge. This 500 Rand is gonna, I'm so much better than you because I'm not spending it on dumb things.
Yes.
I'm spending it on knowledge.
Yes.
I haven't read that book.
Yes, you haven't read that book anyway.
And I won't.
Exactly. So it happens, and I love that, because it happens in all dimensions, right? Some people are spending it on alcohol, some people are spending it on clothes, some people are spending it on designing their house. Nothing wrong with designing your house, but I think
clothes.
Yes, or clothes.
Or having some fun with your friends.
Correct. I think it's the spontaneous nature of it, where you actually this year you wanted to build an emergency fund, or you wanted to save towards buying a new camera for your business. But now, by the end of the year, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I wasn't able to do it. But guess what? In the way, you bought all this random stuff that you actually never set out to do, which is the key thing. If you're planning to decorate your house, if you're planning to up your style by buying new clothes, fancy clothes, perfect. I think the idea we're trying to convey is, don't let things that were not part of your plan take your money, because often that's what happens. You walk into the mall, you're like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? A new pot plant would actually be cool.
Yeah. And it is, but it's, there's also a nice feeling associated with spending money.
Yeah.
And like seeing something and just being like, fuck,
yeah.
that thing will be cool in the house, I want to buy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a lifelong battle.
Yeah.
And it's a very important one within ourselves, because it very much affects the trajectory of our lives.
It does. I think there's a nice quote that says, money doesn't fix all your problems, but it fixes all your money problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another one is like, money doesn't change you, it just amplifies.
Yes.
If you have a vice, I can't remember that's a Russ line. I can't remember the rest of the Russ line. It's been a while. But Russ talks about it in that song.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And it's like, I think it's a nice segue into exercise, right? Because it's exercise or like health and fitness. Again, lifelong. You can't be like, oh, I worked out a year ago, I should be still good. No, you have to do it every single day, every single week. And it's just like that with finances. If you did well with your money last year, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to do well this year unless you keep that discipline. So,
and again, it's interesting that, as I was saying, and Russ says it, kind of hungry. If you guys heard my stomach, that's really funny. But it amplifies your characteristics.
Yes.
So, I'd be more hungry right now. Just kidding. It's like, if you have vices, they become amplified. If you have whatever, the way you are, all these things, if you're really happy, you'll become way more happy. If you're really sad, you might even become way more sad. Like, it actually amplifies the way you are and the things you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Which is why good habits are important, because when you do make money, you're gonna amplify your good habits.
That's it. So, brother, you are from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between Zim and SA?
So the biggest difference for me is the cultural diversity. I think I've met more different people from different races here than I feel I would have met in Zim. So I think that's the big change. That's the big difference there. That's probably what sticks out the most. Yeah.
South Africa is a very culturally diverse place.
It is. Yeah. Which it's got its pros and cons, because I guess people are likely to butt heads quite a bit because there's cultural differences in how things are done. But it also means it's a place where cool ideas come up, because it's like, I have a completely different experience to what you have, and if we came together to solve a problem, you would bring in your experience and I'll bring in my experience, where we were raised completely differently. We're different races. We care about different things, but it's like, if we were to put our heads onto one thing, obviously that thing is gonna likely to succeed because different angles, as opposed to if I worked with, I don't know. I'm not saying you can't work with your fellow brother,
of course,
but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's this. It's a hive of different ideas, different thinking, different beliefs, and it challenges you as well, right? Like, if I thought something was normal and I meet you and you're like, well, I completely do it differently, Someone is like, I think of maybe like the code plunges, it's a good example where you're like, I would never do a code plunge. And then you meet someone and they're like, That's all I've done this past year. You're like, it challenges you, right? Simple example, but yeah, man, I think I love SA. Let me put it that way. I love being here. It's where I've met my wife as well. So
That's
yeah.
beautiful. So why did you marry your wife?
Oh, you're bringing all the heated questions, my boy.
You brought her up, so
Yeah,
let's
did.
go. But I did have it written down here as well.
Okay, perfect. I just set the camera.
Oh yeah. It's overheating, so we have to give that one
a break.
A break.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So, well, why did I marry her? And funny, I had to answer this to her yesterday. So
Did she ask you?
She did ask me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What did you say to her?
So what I say to her was, yeah, look, the reason why I did it was I basically looked at our relationship up to that point, which was already 5-6 years, and I was like, I love this person, and one of the ways to express or to I don't know, make that known is marrying that person. It's like, hey, I'm choosing you over everyone else. And I was like, what's the reason that's stopping me from doing that? The only reason that should stop me is because I don't actually love this person. Or maybe I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for the commitment. But on the commitment side, I was like, I'm committed to this person. And we've been together for 5-6 years. I love it. We spend time together. We've pretty much been staying for as long as we've been dating together. So it was like, a lot of people will probably not love to hear this, but it's like it was a logical step, right? A lot of people wanted to be like, oh, I felt like I wanted to get married, like it was this feeling.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a feeling. I think it's, to me, it was like, hey, this is the natural progression of our relationship, because then now we can.
We've passed all the previous steps.
We passed all the previous steps. We can present ourselves as a unit, and all the various benefits that comes with kind of being a family. Like it's like the Mutambwes. It's not. It's with
Sounds
me.
like a TV show, bro.
The Mutambwes. Yeah, exactly.
Netflix, hit us up for the Mutambwes script incoming.
Yeah, and I think the other one was, I knew I wanted to have a kid, and I didn't want to have that kid out of wedlock, if I can put it that way.
Sure.
Yeah, so I wanted it to also be like a solid family structure. So hence why it made sense to do
love
that.
it, bro.
Yeah.
No, man, love it, and it's an amazing thing, and it's a big step, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, appreciate it.
Another thing I'm proud of you on is your exercise journey.
Yeah.
You've been working out, bro. You look great.
Thanks, brother.
And you guys wouldn't know, like, I don't know, maybe we'll put a before and after.
Yeah,
whatever,
we'll try and find a picture.
Cares? This guy's made insane progress. So what's been happening?
Yeah, man. I think I love talking about this because it still circles down to that some of the things we were talking about, which is and I'm gonna try not go in circles, but I think one of the things I've figured out is simplicity, right, with achieving my fitness. And one of the big things where I had like a light bulb moment was when I made one change within my lifestyle, and this won't surprise the audience, but it had to do with food.
Yeah.
I stopped having breakfast. Just cut out breakfast.
I haven't eaten breakfast in years.
Yeah.
Just by the way.
Exactly. Cut out breakfast. That had more impact on my exercise goals than anything else. I think the second big one is gonna be the mountain biking.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, because then on a bike, you know, if you ride 2-3 hours, you're burning 4 to 5 times the calories you burn on like a normal workout. So then it almost allows me to ride out the days that I'm a bit like I didn't sleep well because my kid was up at night, or I'm not feeling it and stuff. So it almost like balances it out where I can get away with doing 1 or 2 workouts in the week and do my bike ride, because my bike ride is so intense. It's 3 to 4 hours. It's like
Yeah.
you
And
burn
it's fun.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not going out there being like I'm exercising. I'm going
Oh, I
out.
have to, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun, but then because of the nature of the sport, it's active. It burns a lot of calories. So I guess to summarize, it's like find one thing that um, you can change. I would just recommend on the diet side, and I guess on the exercise side is find something that is fun for you.
Yeah.
That
So
was-
it's like number 1, don't eat breakfast.
Yes,
Number 2, play a sport
play a sport. Yeah,
that you love.
that you love, because then you're not. It's like you trick your brain, right? You're not saying I'm going to exercise. You're like I'm going to have fun with mates and things of that nature.
Yeah, and because you actually are. And you know, I think most of us leave high school and then we just never play sport ever again.
Yeah, 100%.
Gym is very important in building muscle, all that stuff. It's super awesome and it's cool, and I'm a super nerd about it. I love it. But I also really love my sport, and playing a sport is just way funner than lifting weights
Yes.
or running on a treadmill.
Yes. And I think what's also interesting about is this almost like reverse effect that happens where, because you're playing sport, you want to get good at that sport. And sometimes to get good at your sport, you need to go to the gym to build stronger legs,
Yeah.
to have biceps. So it's now like this reverse effect where you go do the sport, you're like, oh shit, I came out short, or I was out of breath on that hill and I was the last guy in the pack. I can't have that happen. I'm gonna go start running in the morning to build up my physique. So you almost like
Yeah.
it's a compound effect.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It makes you want to, and when you're training in the gym for a sport, it's also funner than, at least for me, I mean, it's all different. Bodybuilding itself is seen as a sport by many. And so for them, that is their sport. So they are having like a shit ton of fun doing that.
Yes.
But for me, when I'm in the gym and I'm building for tennis and I'm doing all these weird, nerdy, specific exercises that have been given to me from my good friend and biokineticist, it feels funner.
Yes.
And then when I go out and play tennis and I'm better and I can hit the ball harder and I can run for longer and all this kind of stuff, it's like, man, this is awesome. And then you want to do more of it. And then you want to fix your diet more. And then you want to...
Exactly. It spirals. It spirals. So yeah, that would probably be my
So
advice.
number 1, so keep it simple by doing keep it simple
Keep it simple. Yeah.
by doing these 3 things. Number 1.
Skip breakfast.
Number 2.
Number 2. Find a sport that you love.
Number 3.
Try get better at that sport.
Yeah. Man, I think I had the 3rd step in my mind, but I forgot it.
Yes.
So yeah, it was gonna be a whole cool little clip of like,
Yes.
number 1, number 2, number 3.
I think we can replay it. I love that. Like we should run it again.
Yeah, because what was it? Number 1 is
Skip breakfast.
skip breakfast. Number 2 is find a
sport.
And number 3 is basically, oh yes, spiral.
Yes.
Allow yourself to naturally spiral
Yes.
into wanting to be more healthy, more strong,
Correct.
So, okay, once again, keep it simple by doing these 3 things. Number 1.
Skip breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Find a sport.
Number 3. Spiral.
Spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let yourself spiral into the natural spiral that happens when you find a sport you love, and then it makes you want to gym more and get healthier and eat better and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. I love that. And man, there's so many things here that I could ask you about, bro.
Yeah.
And let's go into this because you were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
You want to 4x your productivity.
Yeah.
What steps have you been taking to do that?
Yeah. And I love these questions because it's making me realize there's a lot of nuggets I got from the 4-hour work week.
Yeah.
And one of them is media diet. So
Yo.
it goes without saying, right? You gotta reduce the time you are spending consuming, no matter whether it's educational or beneficial podcasts. Because I found myself, at least from a productivity perspective, I would be like, oh, I'm listening to the Diary of the CEO while working, but guess what? I couldn't focus on my work 100%, which was killing my productivity, right? So to me, that's what I've been trying to implement, and it works. Like if I just put like some lo-fi beats in the background, I can zone in. But if I'm like, and sometimes it's because you're bored, honestly. You're like, oh, I need kind of like something to keep me going, but it's got a reverse effect where it's like you actually don't get the things you wanted to get done as quickly as you can. Yes, you might get it done, but you are not as focused. It took longer. So that would be step one that I've tried to implement.
Eliminating tasks that are actually taking away from your productivity.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping it, focusing on that one thing. So, what's the one thing you want to work on? Do that, because in a way, if you're listening to a educational podcast, it's like you're also trying to do some other task, which is learn information. Whereas it's like if you want to learn information, just do that. Then listen to the podcast, go for a walk. I'm not saying sit on your desk and listen to the podcast, but do something more or less brain intensive. Go for a walk, listen to your podcast. But if you're gonna sit down and do deep work, maybe you're doing research, you're editing a video, just edit the video.
Yeah. I hear you, man. That's been a big thing for me as well. And then it's like if you just focus on that thing, do that thing.
Yeah.
Later on in the day, you can listen to Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
You can scroll Instagram if you need to.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do, but just use that focus. And for me, the biggest implementation has been doing that in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. So it's wake up, black coffee, maybe some electrolytes, whatever. And just those first few hours, nothing else, no messages, no nothing, just the most important focus tasks that have been written the day before.
Yeah.
And I know that if those are done enough days in a row, then I'll get to where I'm trying to go.
You will. And I love what you're touching on there, which is writing tasks. Because I think sometimes a lot of people sit on their desk, they find the quiet time, but then because they hadn't pre-planned, they end up doing not the most important task. Which identifying what's the most important task is a skill on its own.
I was just thinking that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you could be working, but you're working on the wrong thing.
The wrong thing.
Yeah. So, and how I've been doing it right now is I set my yearly goals, and then I'm like, okay, and don't set too much in my experience. Set 3 to 4 goals maximum, and then for each goal, be like, hey, what do I need to get done this month to get me closer to any one of those goals? So then I'm like, okay, cool. So this month I need to do XYZ. From there, I take those tasks and I actually break them down into, okay, so what do I need to do this week? What can I implement this week?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I want to switch on that camera for this part that you're talking about here. We'll just restart from you write out your yearly goals.
Yeah.
Monthly.
Shout out.
Go for it.
Yeah. So one of the ways I identify the most important thing to work on is to start right at the top, right? Like, so what are my yearly goals? Some people do 3 to 5 year goals. I find it's too long of a period to control.
Agreed.
Like 3 to 5 years, anything can happen, but a year is a bit more predictable. So you set your yearly goals, then say, hey, what do I need to do in January to get myself closer to that goal, right? And then you write that stuff down, right, per each goal. And then I take it a step further and I'm like, what do I need to get done this week to get me to that goal for the month? Right. So some goals are straightforward. If you do it this week, it's done for the month. But in a lot of things, it's different. Let's take, in our case, YouTube, right? Maybe your goal is to upload 12 videos in the year, right? So then it means you need to upload one video a month, right? So your goal is to just upload one video in Jan. That's your monthly goal. And then on a weekly basis, you're like, for me to upload one video a month, it means I need to record the footage this week. Next week, I'll edit the footage, or maybe it takes me 2 weeks to edit the footage, whatever the case might be. And then in the third week, I'm going to work on my thumbnail and then upload the video. Right. So you see how you've moved from 12 videos to one video to I got to pick up my camera and go record this week. That's all I got to get done this week. You're not thinking I need to get done the whole video, because you get sometimes if the goal
Overwhelming.
is too, oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. So that's how I do it, and I found that to be effective. I don't get to the level of per day, because I find some days, just because I'm a father, sometimes my mornings are completely chaotic. But I'm always looking at that list, that weekly list, every day. So when I get on my desk, I'm like, okay, cool, this is my weekly goals. What makes sense for me to action right now? And in that weekly list, there could also be priority, right? Because remember, it's not just one task. You've got 12 videos a month could be one of the goals. You might have another goal to be fit, or to weigh X amount. So then in a week, you then prioritize and be like, okay, which one of those goals is the most important? Kind of clean that out. And then, yeah, work on it, work down the list, basically. And then if you get done with that week's goals, then guess what? You've got some free time that week. Go out, go doom scroll. But you've gotten your most important tasks done. Yeah.
Bro, I love that. It's such a good blueprint for people to think about. It just makes it so simple. But talking about overwhelming,
Yeah.
what is it that you are trying to achieve in life? Because we just established
Yeah.
what you're trying to achieve in a year and how you do that.
Yeah.
What is it that you are trying to achieve in life, Tawanda Mutambwe?
Yeah. That's a really good question, mate. Honestly, what am I trying to achieve in life? I think the first thing right now is stability for the family, because I've got a family now. So obviously, I need to make sure that the family has got a stable home. My daughter has a safe place to grow up and play. And then the second thing would be travel, right? So me and my wife love to travel a lot. So it's like, how can I set up my life in such a way that we are able to travel a couple times a year? And that starts to touch into finances, right? You need money to
course.
travel, right? There's no escaping it. So then you work your way backwards. Okay, cool. If I want to travel, that means I need to make X amount for the trips. To make X amount, I need to start a business. I need to invest. I need to, you know what I'm saying? Then you work backwards from there. But that's probably stability is one. And honestly, I try and optimize for fun, bro. Like, I really try and have fun in my life. And I guess traveling is fun as well. You get to see new places, try different things. So I want to get the wealth, the finances side of things stable, so that I can then fund all these adventures. So I think that's always how I think about it. I don't have a goal to become a millionaire or 10 a billionaire, but it's like I want to have enough money to fund my lifestyle. So that's kind of how I think about it. I don't have a material number that I'm chasing. I'm more chasing an experience. So if I'm like, I'll be like, I've I've been successful if I don't know if I mountain bike in Canada. That would be not I have X amount in the bank. I might need X amount to do that, but that's not my goal.
Got you, bro.
Yeah.
And that's a great answer. And that's actually why I was so interested to ask you this question, because watching you as a friend, I see that you optimize for fun.
Yeah.
Like but that you get so much done and you have all these things going on, but you do it without this pressure and without this rush. I'm sure you have that internally all the time.
Yeah.
But externally, it just looks more like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you're doing a good job already, and that's great. But what is stability? What does that mean to you? Like, what will be the thing where you're like, okay, that goal is achieved, we're stable?
Yeah. I think right now it's more very short term. So if I can give you something practical, it's like if I can have 1 year of living expenses.
1 year of living expenses.
In the bank account, right? Sitting there, not invested, hard cash.
How many people do you think in the world have 1 year of their normal living expenses in their bank account? Not many.
I know, not a lot. Not a lot. Because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because the thing is with human nature, the more you earn, the more you think you need to spend. Because you're like, oh yeah, I earn X amount. I can buy a nicer cologne for myself. You know?
Mhm.
So you never are able to save more than you spend.
And then buy your time, because what you're doing is buying your own time.
Yes.
Because when you work a job or you run your business or anything like that, in some form, you're selling your time.
Yeah.
And then money in the bank allows you to buy back time.
Correct. And what I love about this idea of 1 year's living expenses, it could be, and again, you don't have to start with 1 year. Start with 1 month, then go to 3 months, 6 months, of course, right?
Again, break it down into that way that makes it feel less
hectic. And what can I do today? You know, ask yourself. Like, I got this big goal. Like, I don't know, I want to be on stage. What can I do today to eventually be on stage? Maybe you need to find someone who's in that industry. Teach yourself how to speak well in front of a camera. There's always something you can do, right? Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, we digress.
We're digressing, but to come back to the point, it's So you know that 1 year of savings, like you said, it buys you time, and it also allows you to take advantage of opportunities, right? Because now, if you can't even take a break, like a 3-month break from work, because obviously the house of cards is going to come tumbling down because you can't now afford your rent or whatever, your car expense. Then it's hard for you to take spontaneous, not spontaneous, but maybe opportunities, once in a life opportunities, because now, you know what I'm saying? So it's got so many benefits to be able to, like you said, buy your time so that you're not constantly like, you know, needing to grind to cover the next bill, you know?
Basically not becoming a slave.
Yeah.
To your paycheck.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's such an interesting thing because I have a job and it's like, it's something I'm fighting hard to not be, because it's so easy, because it's so comfortable, right? Like you do a couple weeks work, you get paid. You know.
I mean, I got offered a pretty sick gig the other day.
Yeah.
And I even feel now like, oh my God, did I make a mistake? You know, but I literally know that if I go into it, it'll make me this amount right now. But if I do the things that I want to do and I'm doing, it will take longer, but I'll make
exponential, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I guess, to circle back to productivity and all that, that's why it's so important, because I'm trying to, you know, make sure that I've got enough going on the side such that, you know, eventually I can switch into that stuff and I'm not connected to time. Because right now, yes, I'm an employee, so I get paid on how many hours I work. Luckily, with my company, the type of work I do, I don't really get measured on, or you were online for X amount. It's more like your output.
Did you do the work?
Yes, did you do the work? Which is lovely. I obviously still need to show up, But it's like that when you're running a business. You don't run a business. A business is not measured on how many employees it has or how long it took you guys to do something. It's like if you guys deliver a service to a client, what you're measured on or what brings you money in the bank is, did you deliver that service on time and was the client happy? It's not how many people it took, or it took us for all those details. So it's like that's also super important, right? To make sure that you're not being measured on time but on output, right? Because if your productivity is super good, it means if it takes someone 2 days to do something, but you can do it in 2 hours, then you're gonna be paid. If you're being paid in time, you're gonna be paid for 2 hours worth of work. But your 2 hours is not the same as the other person's 2 hours, right? So which is why it's so important. Because if you're being paid on output, then it means you can do 2 hours of work and get the same amount of money that someone it would take them 2 days. As a simple example, right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And so that was stability. And the other thing you talked about that you want to achieve is travel.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go first?
Right now, bro, I want to go to China, honestly, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you want to go to China?
I'm just fascinated by the tech, bro. Honestly, like the EV market. So I was watching a video the other day, and they've got 137 different EV car companies in China.
Whoa.
137.
Yeah.
So the amount of innovation that's happening within that space, and that's why it explains, right, why you're starting to see a lot of Chinese cars on the road.
Yeah, even here, right?
Even here, right?
And people love them.
People love them.
And they're cheaper than
your typical SUV,
Yeah.
your typical bakkie.
But they're just as nice inside.
They're just as nice inside. And
it's wild.
It's wild. And it's that innovation. Because think about it, if you've got in a country, you've got 137 companies that were trying to solve one problem, which is how do we make a really good car that's reasonably priced, that's got all the tech gadgets. Obviously, a good thing is going to come out of that because it's competition as opposed to a country who has two big brands, and those two brands feel like they've got no monopoly. So they would rather pay more dividends to their stakeholders than invest in research. Whereas a small company, all you've got is the novelty of your product, right? So there's a lot of innovation and testing new things and pushing the boundaries. So that's one of the reasons I want to visit that country, man. It feels like there's a different energy. People are building,
Definitely, bro. And that's such an interesting take because there's obviously like the whole side of politics and and blah, blah, blah. But if we just like don't think about all that, there's so much other things going on.
Yeah.
And even just their culture, their history, their architecture. Architecture. Even that, like their architecture is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
I haven't been there, but like the pictures and all that, right?
Yeah. Food. So yeah, man, that I would say blanket Asia, but specifically if I was to pick a country right now, China.
That's very cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that answer. And in terms of fun, which was the other thing, how are you having fun in your daily life?
Yeah.
Like, what are things that you do in your daily life
that bring me a lot of fun? So I think one is definitely taking walks. So usually my lunch breaks at work, which is 1 hour. As soon as it hits, out of my office, go for a walk. So literally, walk around the block 2Ks, maybe spend 30-40 minutes out there, then come have lunch for 20 minutes. But that just centers me so much, bro, and I love that. And I'll put a podcast, speaking of listening to educational podcasts. That's my time for listening to educational podcasts, because it's like walking is a muscle memory task. I'm not thinking about walking, I just walk, so then I can actually afford to listen to what I'm playing at that time. So it's like this, it's a great feeling, right? Like you're walking, you're getting in your steps, but you're gaining knowledge. You're like, I've been trying to figure this thing out about, I don't know, making a really good thumbnail. you watch a podcast or a video on how to make great thumbnails. So it's like you are stepping away from your desk, but you're still being productive. I feel like there's
Yeah.
these keywords we've used throughout the podcast, but yeah, that's why I said, when we started, we were talking about how you might work in a random industry and you think you can't do YouTube, but it's like these universal skills that always come in. They keep coming back. Yeah, like productivity. Yeah.
100%, bro. And what other things do you do that you find fun?
So currently, the other thing that I've been doing is gaming.
Cool. What are you playing?
So I'm playing Call of Duty.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
The new Call of Duty?
Yeah, the new Call of Duty.
Bro, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
Because I can't buy that shit.
Yeah.
If I buy that shit, you guys ain't getting a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, you
guys ain't getting music. You ain't getting tennis content. You ain't getting a podcast.
You're just
You
gonna
ain't getting shit. I'm just gonna be there like
gaming. Yeah, and that's why it's been almost like there's a fancy word. I think it's called cognitive dissonance, which is like what you're doing and what your brain wants you to do, what you set out to do is different, and you're kind of having this friction in your inside. And I'm kind of having that with gaming because it's like it's fun, it's engaging, but it's like
how much time are you gaming?
So yeah, we're going deep, my boy.
Man's always like, man, have family, bro. Have a job, bro. No time, bro. I'm running a YouTube, bro. Meanwhile, he's also gaming.
Yeah. Shit, my productivity is off the charts, right? Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So I'll try a game on the weekends in the morning, so like an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then but again, sometimes I'll pretty much go in deep, but now I'm starting to rein it in. So when I picked up gaming, because I've had a console for years, but I didn't actually play it. So kind of was like, I guess one of the things was like, I need to use this thing because I bought it, which is a bad thing because it means maybe I didn't need it, but okay, I've got it. I got to use it. And then I did find a game that I actually enjoyed, right? Because sometimes I would play, but I would kind of play one. I used to play like once every 2 months. Right.
But no, dude, it's important because like you said, you're optimizing for fun.
Yes.
And not to a delirious point that he's not getting other stuff done, because obviously you've seen that he is. But it's like, yeah, I am gonna have some fun and disconnect and play whatever, Call of Duty for an hour on Saturday morning.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think with how my life is set up, it's so nice because I can't do that the whole day. My daughter is going to come knocking on the doors like,
that's it.
Come take me to the park, which is beautiful in that sense, how, my family is set up. Like I can only do it for a certain period, and then I got to get to other stuff.
Till you have a son. It's you and him there fucking gaming, bro.
Hey, that doesn't sound too bad.
Are you thinking of having another one?
No, not anytime soon. Yeah, I think I would love a second one, but not right now.
No, fair enough, man. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, brother, like, thank you so much for coming on this podcast.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, and there's gonna be many, many, many more podcasts that Tawanda comes on. So you know, because I feel like there's still so much to talk about. As there always is. Yeah,
there always is. I think before we wrap up, I wanted to find out from you, what inspired the podcast? What's the vision behind it?
Well, in terms of what inspired it, I'm not really entirely sure.
Okay.
But the vision is to have good conversations with good people that give value to whoever watches it. And there was this one time I was getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
And having this haircut, and I always have the most incredible conversations with my barbers and just people like that in general. So dude's cutting my hair and we're having this incredible conversation and we're talking about business and life and struggling and winning and failing and falling and how to get back up. And there's a kid who's sweeping the floor.
Yeah.
And at some point he stops sweeping the floor and he just comes up to me and he's like, you know, sir, I'm so sorry. I don't want to like interrupt you guys, but what you said today has changed my life.
Wow.
And I feel like things are about to change for me and I know what I need to do. And like he was almost in tears. He was like, bro, like how badly I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that this morning before coming into this one. And it was a thing of like, there's something in talking to people and giving it out to the world for people to see. There's something in it. There's a great value. And if we can give that value to people and change people's lives while having fun, while talking about real stuff, passing on knowledge, which I think is the purpose of human beings.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the answers to all the questions.
No.
Therefore, our purpose is to keep learning as much as possible, passing on that information until we get closer and closer to our inevitable truth.
Yes. Yeah.
So
that's powerful, man. I love that. And I think it's from our conversation today, I think, you know, you're creating a space of just sharing experiences and also being honest. I feel like I was, you know, you allowed me to be honest.
Yeah, and thank you for coming on here and being vulnerable. It's a very tough thing to do, and so thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, all the best, mate. And yeah, I would love to come back for sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Sweet
brother.
Woo! My boys!
Let's go.